New tonight at 6, the Secretary of Homeland Security in Colorado tonight. Kirstjen Nielsen visited NORAD and Northcomm this morning before making a stop in Denver.
USI's Andy Cohen caught up with the Secretary while she was at Peterson Air Force Base. He joins us in studio with more on her trip to the Springs. Andy.
This is Secretary Nielsen's first visit to the dual command center that calls Colorado Springs home. And while the officers who operate NORAD and Northcomm are responsible for protecting America from a variety of threats, Secretary Nielsen wants the country to know that we are much better prepared to fight one threat in particular: cyber attacks on our election systems.
This is a declassified look inside the heart of NORAD and Northern Command. It helps to think of this room as America's emergency dispatch center.
When it's a really bad day, or even when we think it's going to be a really bad day, Northcomm comes in to help us with that support to civilian agencies.
The officers here keep track of everything from Hurricane Florence in the Atlantic to wildfires burning in California. Ever since 9/11, they've tracked every flight in the sky, and they continually watch for missile launches around the globe.
So obviously it's a shared domain between you and the command.
Even if it means interrupting a news conference.
To 24/7, 365, this team behind me is watching all over the globe to see what kind of threats are happening here, and about 2 times a day we'll get a missile alert.
This command is on the front lines of the newest form of warfare, cyber warfare. The Secretary's visit comes just a day after she gave a speech urging for better preparation against online attacks, particularly in defense of our election systems.
We are substantially more prepared than a year ago. So we're working with all 50 states. All 50 states are now sharing information with us, receiving information. About 90% of all election infrastructure will be covered with some form of a sensor, so we can watch for that network intrusion by election time this year.
She said she's also asked state governments to implement better election auditing systems to provide an additional safeguard.
Secretary Nielsen, who, by the way, was born at Fort Carson, also visited a cybersecurity exercise in Denver this afternoon. That was organized by state and local election officials to test their systems against hackers. Nielsen praised our state for being a national leader when it comes to safeguarding elections. Watching out for you, Andy Cohen, News 5.